Hello traders, welcome back to another day. This is day 29 of recording my entire trading session for 90 days. Today we got absolutely cooked in the market, bro. I had 3 losses in the morning and 3 losses in the evening. And overall, today was a low probability day, and in the morning I knew I should have just walked away. And I think I'm seeing some new patterns that I will start integrating into my system, where if the 15-minute doesn't look too good in the morning, then I'll just step away. But without further ado, let's see how we did for the day. Starting off with the morning system, these were the trades, but what we'll do is we'll go back in time into 9 o'clock when I first started and see how we did. So this is what I mean by the 50-minute wasn't looking too good, because usually on a high probability trending day we would have a gap, but as you can see there was no gaps. We were just slowly continuing up for the day, and usually if it's a trend day, price would have a gap and then it would break out of the gap and then start trending. So this is how it was looking at 9 o'clock. I marked out the high, the low, and then this low that I was seeing that was made at 7:30, and let's see how we did for the day. So I was waiting. What I'm happy about in the morning is that instead of just doom scrolling on my laptop while having the charts open, I was reading the Bible, and that kind of kept me in alignment. But what didn't happen is my execution, because all I'm looking for is price to align, or like all indicators to align, for all the 3 indicators to say the same thing. And in the first one it was saying we were trending up, second one was saying we were bullish, and the third one said we are trending. Initially I had my entry over here, because if you're in an uptrend, usually the downtrend candles are like a bookmark where price comes back to and then goes in its favor. But I saw that price made its high, and then I was supposed to enter this with 5 contracts, but I accidentally over risked. So this was not a good trade, because it ended up stopping me out for $300. My risk per trade is only $200. So that was a mistake that I made today, even though the indicators were aligned. And then I thought to myself, you know what, I think price is going to reverse from here, so I'm just going to put the entry there. Price went a little bit in our favor, and I was targeting this 50-minute high and this 50-minute high, this one and that one, but it didn't end up working out. I probably should have put my stop into break even. Yeah, next time I'm gonna do that. I also used a dynamic stop loss, because sometimes I feel like the 5-point stop loss might be too tight for a volatile market. So I'm honestly happy with this 5-point risk. And this is the next mistake that I made. At 10:40 my mind said, you know what, I knew that this is not ideal market conditions for today, but I still forced this third trade, which I'm not happy with, because I figured, you know what, if we're not going to go up, then we might as well come down, right? And then we started trending to the downside. You see, like, we had sellers volume, the bias was bearish, and we were trending. So I went short here, basically understanding that this is the 50-minute high, and then I put my entry off of this break of structure. Ended up stopping me out, which puts us at 3 losses for the day. And then I was done for the day. But I didn't follow up with my good habits, because I'm supposed to go to the gym between these 2 sessions and get my mind ready for the day. But instead, bro, I just went to sleep because I was just tired. And that's how the morning session went. You can see the receipts as well, and we are down 687 for the day. So this is a new account, because I blew the account last week, and honestly I'm feeling pretty confident about it. I think we should get this funded, but I'm not focusing on getting funded. All my focus is on taking it one day at a time and making sure every day I do the necessary actions. And overall, out of 10, I would rate today like a 6 or a 7. Yeah, it's not like a 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 day. And then let's see how we did on the evening session. So evening sessions, we're basically looking for reversals, right? And the first thing that needs to happen in my system is a liquidity sweep, which means that if we're going short, price would have to reject off of a high, it would take that liquidity and come back down. That's called a liquidity sweep. So the first trade I entered on the funded account, there you go. So we're down 245 for the funded account, and on the evals we're down 622. Honestly, I'm not too worried about this because like I'm doing these back testings and I know what I need to be looking for. And basically the pattern that I'm looking for is a reversal, which means price would go make higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then it would have that liquidity sweep, come down, make its first lower high, signaling that we're trying to go down, and then in here we would have a fair value gap, and then I put my entry there, price reverses, come back down, and my take profit is at the next sell side liquidity. That's basically the pattern that I'm looking for in the markets. Didn't end up working out today, and just how it goes. Looking back, I think I was kind of forcing the trades today, because this one was also, you can see higher highs, higher lows, higher high, lower low. It makes it first lower low, and I'm supposed to wait for this first lower high and then wait for the continuation down and then put my entry, but I was impatient today. So I'm actually just reviewing this right now. I didn't practice for this video, and yeah, I'm not really happy with my performance today. And I took this second trade on the 15 second when all my back tests are based on the 1 minute. But I really was impatient, because the whole reason that I'm going down to the 15 second is because I'm fearful and I'm impatient that I will maybe miss the setup. But there's no way I can miss the setup on the 1 minute. I know for a fact that I can't. So honestly, what we'll do right now is we'll take the 15 second out. We're not going to trade the 15 second. I don't need that, because it makes you a little bit more impulsive. Because I went short here because same pattern, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower high, lower low, fair value gap, and then I was waiting for this next high to be made, and then it broke out. It took out this recent low, that is the market structure shift or the change in the state of delivery. Waited for the pullback. I put my entry here. I was going for this fair value gap, and then it just ended up pumping and stopping us out. So yeah, looking at this market, bro, it's really just, look at this shit, bro. It's just like we were just chopping for the entire day. So yeah, it is what it is. The outcome of a single day does not matter as long as you follow their rules. If you didn't follow your rules like today, like I did, there's some reflections that you need to do. There's some journaling that you need to do to make sure that you don't carry on those mistakes for the next day. So I learned my lesson from today, and I'm gonna be consistent with everything. I'm starting my 30-day detox. I'm just gonna be the most aligned version of myself that I can be in order for me to get 3 max payouts. That's what's coming in the future. So yeah, overall, that's just how today went. I'm gonna be posting these videos again every single day. I know last week I kind of slacked off, also because I was going through some losses too, but I want to be the most transparent trader that I can be. I don't want to just show you guys the wins. I want to show you guys the losses, everything that I go through, because that's just the whole part of trading. Because I'm an actual trader and not someone trying to sell you a course, I can actually tell you that losses are an actual part of trading. It cannot be avoided. Don't try to avoid losses. If you follow their system and it was just probabilities playing out, that's great, that's what happens. But if you ended up in a loss because you were impatient or you made a trading error, then that is a problem. That is a problem that can only be solved by looking inwards. There's no answer outside of yourself. In life, in trading, and in everything else, the answer is already within you. You already have all the answers to all of your questions. You are made perfect in the God's image, and your potential is limitless. You can do anything that you want. You are bound by nothing. So which means if you're making these losses and you ask yourself what is the reason for this problem, the answer is within you. You just gotta meditate, and you just gotta ask yourself what the question is, what the problem is, and you will get the answer. You might not like the answer that you get, but you will get the answer. And that's just what I'm gonna do today after I finish this video. So yeah, that's just how today went. Join the free Discord, like, comment, subscribe. Let's please get to 100 subs. I'd really want to do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.